Jianci, reversing the light. So far, I haven't set any benchmarks for myself, such as how powerful or accomplished an actor I must be. In fact, as long as I can infect the audience and bring energy to the audience through my identity as an actor, this is where my value lies. Jianci believes that different actors will have different understandings and interpretations for each role. Having a standard to measure this understanding and performance takes time and effort. Still, there is an invisible but unified belief in the loyalty and awe of this profession. He is willing to be the most ordinary believer among them. This belief began when he participated in creating the TV series, The Advisors Alliance. That was his initial milestone on the road of the actor. At that time, I joined the team 2 months in advance to get used to it. Looking back now, it was really a long shooting experience. He is like a spring flower hungry for nutrients, absorbing endless nutrients from it. The crew has countless outstanding seniors, and this is a scarce learning opportunity. He carried his stool to the scene daily to watch his seniors perform. He would sit there all day, even if he didn't have his own set. Listening to the seniors analyze each scene and listening to the director tell everyone about the mental journey of each character in a group, this atmosphere also brought him into a state of serious performance. It was also from that time on that he began to believe that what he was turning around to do was very, very sacred. It broke my understanding of acting. Before that, I thought acting was very simple. Once the camera is turned on, perform to the script, which is more stylized. But in the crew of The Advisors Alliance, no one was in a hurry, and no one was perfunctory. He gradually discovered that people would not just tell superficial stories but analyze every cause and effect, every character's logic, personality, every interchange, etc. He was fortunate to have corrected his original perception. He established his belief in acting when he first started walking on the road. Acting is a set of logical questions, a very rigorous matter, and you must dig into the details infinitely before acting. Live a character. He sighed, the seniors really spent their lives acting. The contributions made by so many good actors of the previous generation to the film and television industry cannot be left behind here. We must work hard to catch up. Today, he is still very grateful for this experience, respecting teachers and passing on the fire from generation to generation. This gave me an excellent psychological foundation for my concept of performance, and I will continue to follow this original intention in the future. For any role you want to play, he believes that acting is about dreaming. Everyone on the crew is working to create such a dream. I think this is a pleasing thing. He is lucky to become an actor, and meeting every character is fate. He believes characters who embrace the hatred of family and country and shoulder the nation's righteousness are naturally rich and colorful. In contrast, characters entangled in ordinary life but have flesh and blood are equally worthy of cherishing. Characters at a turning point in history are easily seen and remembered deeply because of the era's background. However, even if their faces are slightly blurred, small figures in any era background still have mortal stories worthy of interpretation. Actors who have interpreted countless people's stories. In the final analysis, he is just an ordinary person with emotions and desires. In Jianci's eyes, the actor's profession is not only about participating in good stories but also about releasing the brilliance of the character himself as an individual in the significant era, more like you, like me, and every ordinary person around him. The starlight is faint, but it is also precious. This is the true meaning of the never-ending dream-making of all film and television professionals. This dream belongs to everyone who sees these works, and millions or more aspects of ordinary people constitute it. The indestructible spiritual core of a plan. His most recent role that has attracted the audience's attention is the portrait artist Shen Yi in Under the Skin, 2022. Because of an accident, this talented painter became a policeman and used his talent to provide new detection ideas for the case. Jianci spent a lot of thought on handling the contrast between Shen Yi's heart and appearance. He felt that Shen Yi was very aloof, wild, crazy, and unruly inside and was not as gentle and calm as everyone saw on the surface. Just wrap yourself in such a shell, keep a distance from everyone, and ensure that you are in a safe and comfortable social state. Speaking of this character, Jianci explained this. He encountered a lot of things during this period. He spent 7 years changing his former self, then picked up the paintbrush in his hand, went to the police station and used his expertise to solve his own problems. At the same time, he helped more people. Between a well-known artist and an unknown policeman, he chose justice. Picking up a paintbrush, he concentrated on studying how to draw portraits. He became a teacher at the police academy, also to let his pen save more people, just like Shen Yi's line in this drama, "You can use my painting to save countless people in fights against countless evils, I can do much more than simply painting." Through dismantling and excavation, Jianci shows the audience every bit of the characters and stories, expressing every seemingly calm but assertive action and word. Jianci is honored to bring the profession of portrait artist to everyone. In previous TV series and movies, the role of the portraitist was mostly mentioned briefly, without being described and presented in such an ample space, and solving crimes from the perspective of the portraitist. He said frankly, "When I first read the script, like many viewers now, felt that the story deified the portrait artist. How could he be so good at painting? Only after I did my homework did I realize that the portrait artist, in reality, is probably more than this. Many times more powerful." Through this play in his role, he let everyone know about the profession of portrait artist, and by drawing attention to this group of silent but great behind-the-scenes heroes, he felt that his role had value. This sense of value drives him to keep dreaming. He hopes he can challenge various interesting roles, enjoy the fun of acting in multiple ways, find that enthusiasm, and let himself create with passion all the stories and destinies a person has always longed for or has never encountered. The wonderful person, or the romance that sublimates from it and moves you, is like a bullet that can turn, hitting Jianci, who is performing the story, and then hitting the audience who saw it. Finally, they were all defeated because of the emotions that exploded in their hearts. He described the feeling at the end of the filming. "It's like watching a movie that impressed you deeply and felt particularly touching or heartbreaking. After the movie, you may sit in the cinema to relax before going out and looking at the sun. After the dream making is over, the actors need to withdraw quickly. Plays that are piled up with plots or stories are straightforward to get away from. However, it is a scene where the emotions in the report are powerful, or the actors themselves have put a lot of energy into it. Detaching will be tricky in that case, but you can leave it to later. It is true that when you wake up from a big dream, the imprint of those dreams will be left on your body. The touching feeling in this kind of drama, or the expression of truth, goodness and beauty, help me to embrace real life with more peace of mind. Maybe I can also regard real life as in a play. Everyone's life experience and experience are the script. They all have to experience and face. This mentality will make life easier for me." He hopes that these dreams will lead to a colorful life. Jianci enjoys the process of immersing himself in the play. The emotions in the space, the stories that happen to the characters, and the characters' complexity allow him to experience a life that he has never tried. This kind of concentration is undoubtedly rare, so he draws energy from the characters and stories and uses the warm background accumulated from them to live life outside the camera. Jianci, who is engaged in this profession, is not utterly obsessed with the sound of the outside world. He believes that there should be a gap between this sound and himself. This gap is his inner standard. We still have to have a degree. Our review of our works should be objective. We must first have a mature aesthetic and a strong balance in our hearts. Then we can look at the feedback from the outside world. Suppose everyone thinks that the play is not good or that the role is not performed well as an actor. In that case, he is willing to reflect on whether he is deficient. Still, he will not be distracted by illogical and unfounded comments. Since it is faith, there must be a pilgrimage. Although the times are changing, the audience has higher and higher requirements for the quality of works in film and television performances, and the audience's aesthetic level is also getting higher and higher. However, for Jianci, the end of that journey is the film era. He has made film movies and knows how meticulously everyone prepares for a character to make a film movie. He has also seen how everyone works together to create a dream in one go. This kind of focus has never been seen before. Helping Jianci become a newcomer in awe of the film and television industry is also helping him become a professional actor who creates more dreams. Life is like a journey against the odds. You and I are also on the same journey. People are like stars, their light is faint but respectable. May Jianci be immersed in more and better stories.